yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is Christmas Eve time here on the Carolyn and Joe Show. My name's Joe.
And I'm Carolyn.
You guys are listening to the podcast that's going to save the world, the Carolyn and Joe Show. Christmas Eve edition. Yes, indeed, we are doing this thing called Podcember, in which we do a podcast, a new podcast, my ass, every single day for the month of December, calling it Podcember. Today we're recording the Christmas Eve episode.
Is it going to be a very special episode of the Carolyn and Joe Show?
Every single Carolyn and Joe show is a very special, but this is a very special Christmas Eve edition, number 24, Podcember number 24. We are here. Just so you guys know, my name is Joe Carabeo. I'm a filmmaker, a photographer, a writer, a musician, and today I am a podcaster that's giving the gift of love. Maybe.
You give a lot of gifts, Joe.
And across from me in her soundproof booth, so everything will be crystal clear. Her ideas are sharp. Her cartoons are even sharper. She's one of the sharpest minds in the universes of all time. Her name is Carolyn Belefski. How you doing, Carolyn?
I am doing fantastic.
Fantastic. Just a reminder, anyone watching us live on the Facebook Live, Ustream, Lee Stream, whatever stream you want to call it, Ice Cream. If you have any questions for us, feel free to type it. I'm not scared to answer anything you guys have. But yeah, we're going to get into it. Before we got on the air, we were talking about SNL. And the reason why I was talking about SNL, Saturday Night Live. I actually haven't watched any of Saturday Night Live this year. But I saw that the Foo Fighters did a Christmas medley. And so I'm like, wow, the Foo Fighters, and also the album that just came out was Concrete and Gold that just came out. I bought on vinyl. It was actually pretty awesome. A totally different one, a totally different album. But you know, I saw videos of that being made, and I was like, wow, I want to buy that. But cut to the chase. I was watching SNL. And I was watching Foo Fighters perform on SNL, and it was a Christmas medley, so I wasn't sure what to prepare for. But what happened was Dave Grohl, Foo Fighters, go into the beginning of Everlong, a song they probably played a bazillion times. And it was just him, solo guitar. And all of a sudden, after the first two verses, it just breaks down into that one song, that Christmas song, the Christmas, the sun's coming down. It sounds like it gets
watching it fall.
Like it turns into like this hard, like this heavy hardcore, like hard rocking version of they're singing deck the, like, and they have all the background singers.
That song actually does drive home real fast. Like, it starts out like, okay, dead air, we're starting a song, and then it's just like instantly like Christmas. Like, every rendition I think I've heard of that. I've never heard a slowed down version of that song.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, that's what was awesome about it. It was like the Foo Fighters playing it too, and Dave Grohl didn't sing on it, but it was part of the background singers that he had that night for the neighborhood song, the sky is a neighborhood, I think, or the ceiling, whatever it is.
Sky is a neighborhood.
Whatever, yeah. The sky is a neighborhood.
Is it one of their new songs?
Yeah, one of the new songs, because they have a lot.
I just know that song vocals. "Run," which is also the same song as our theme song.
Wake
Run
up
by Monday Mistress.
Run for your life with me.
They play that a lot on DC 101, or like.
Yeah, that song. But they played the neighborhood, and I forgot what it was the name of it. But after that, they did the Everlong into the Christmas snow's coming down.
So how many songs did they play in the medley?
They played that one, and then it turned into, so they did Everlong, and then that Christmas song. I forget what the name of that.
I think it's just called Christmas.
Christmas Coming Home or something like that. And then afterwards, they busted. It go after that breakdown happened. Then Dave Grohl steps up to the guitar and starts going. I was like, holy crap! They're doing the Peanuts one song.
Linus, that song's called Linus and Lucy.
Yeah, they busted right into that, but it was like a Foo Fighters like rock version of it. I thought it was pretty crazy. I thought it was pretty awesome.
It did remind me of one of my favorite all-time, I guess, skits of SNL was A Christmas from probably like 15 years ago at this point. But it had like, do you remember the song that they played? It was just like an instrumental see, I haven't watched it in like probably 15 years, so it's hard. But it was just like an instrumental of like a song that sound very similar to Linus and Lucy.
Christmas is better than
oh yeah, dun 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 dun. I'm singing it in like an Asian way. I'm doing an Asian version.
That's the Asian version.
I'm doing an Asian version of this one, but it had like Catan and like Horatio Sands and stuff, and they were playing. They're just playing like their instruments and like looking over and then doing like also a kind of Peanuts-esque dance, Joe, in terms of like, remember that dance that they do? They only have like a couple moves, right? That they're just repeating.
Yeah.
So that felt very Peanuts-esque to me, whatever that skit was. If anybody remembers what I'm talking about, let me know on Facebook Live. But like, I distinctly remember it, and I remember that being just very awesome.
Here, I'll play a clip real quick. Of the Foo Fighters.
Oh wow! Look at the background.
See,
he looks like Jesus.
He plays every. Oh yeah. It just runs right into it.
I love how the background lit up.
It's like all like Christmas in that.
Dude, I feel like Foo Fighters needs to do a Christmas tour. Here it go. The snow's coming down.
Yeah, it was serious. They were serious about this one. And then each one of the background girls gets to sing a line. And they're like all rocking out too.
Where are the background girls from?
I don't know where they're from.
And they're pretty rad too.
They're like, it's like each one of the background girls like stepped it up like they were like a front woman. This is their moment on SNL Live.
But this is like the Foo Fighters background singers.
I guess for this song, for what they had. I don't know if it's the usual background singers. Then check this out. Watch this or listen to this.
Yeah.
And they busted right into the day. So it's the Foo Fighters playing the Peanuts. What was it?
Linus
and Lucy. Yeah.
Wow. This actually like really puts me in the spirit. Like I think I already have the Christmas spirit so far, but like it's getting me pumped for Christmas.
Well, I was gonna say.
Did it put you in the spirit, Joe?
Yeah.
Wow. That's really cool.
I was gonna say like, I didn't really know what to expect off of the Foo Fighters Christmas medley.
Yes.
But like the fact that like they totally like rocked that out. You know what I mean? I wasn't expecting that. I wouldn't say that I was in the Christmas spirit, but that got me like pretty happy.
You're like, now I have the spirit.
I mean, I just like after that.
Do you really feel like you have the Christmas spirit inside you right now?
No, but like
I would say
you
just watch that.
I would say that like that made me pretty excited. I was like, man, the Foo Fighters are freaking awesome. I was like, it just made me want to have like rock bands and play music and stuff like that. It made me pretty happy to see all that.
But you don't have the Christmas spirit yet.
What exactly is the Christmas spirit? Let me ask you.
It's like you have it in your heart.
But yeah, but what is that?
It's a feeling. It's a spiritual thing. It's like it's in your brain. It's in your heart. It's inside you to know that you have the joy of Christmas in you.
I don't know what that means.
That's kind of sad. Like, I mean, maybe I'm not adequately describing it in words, but to me it's more like a feeling that you have that's like warm and fuzzy, that you're like, Christmas.
Well, I can say that
snow's coming down.
I'll say like those choices of songs, because those couldn't be any further from songs you'd expect the Foo Fighters to perform. But like when I saw that, I was like, yeah, this is freaking.
You're like, Christmas.
Because like it goes from 0 to 100 right on it.
Okay, so like we had this talk at my workplace where like one of my coworkers was basically like saying like anyone who records a Christmas album is totally selling out. And I was like,
says the person that's not filthy rich.
I was like, dude, are you serious? Because like I retorted and I was like, yo, I actually wish that every single artist record a Christmas album. I really do. I really do. Because like, first of all, I will straight up say I love Christmas music. I will listen to any type of Christmas music, and I don't care who the band or performer is. I will at least give it a shot, you know? And at this point, I feel like everybody should have a Christmas album because, first of all, it is like money in your pocket.
That's money on the table. I mean, I guess it depends on what band you are, right?
It doesn't matter. I don't care what band you are. I don't care if you're Pantera or if you're Michael Bolton. I will listen to it.
Any Christmas album you're gonna listen to.
I'll listen to it because, like, to me, like, you can do your own stylings on it. You know, it doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to be like Frank Sinatra to do a Christmas album.
I mean, I personally will not listen to any Christmas album. It has to be like, because it can easily borderline be cheesy though.
It can be, and it can be because I was listening to like the Music Choice Christmas station earlier today, and like they had a really poppy bubblegum one come on, and I was like, what is this? Because
really,
I like turned my head over and it said Adriana Grande or whatever. And I was like, I honestly, I can say,
is she still relevant right now?
I don't know, but I can honestly say, like, you know, I'm not trying to dismiss her talent because, like, you know, I wish I could get up there and perform like she does. But like, you know, in my head, I'm like, I don't know if I enjoyed that song very much, but it was like a little bit bubbly for me. But again, maybe I'm not like 13-year-old girl that's like her big fan, you know.
Who wrote that Christmas song? The Christmas.
I don't know.
It sounds like it would have been Mariah Carey. It sounds like something that was on the Mariah Carey Christmas album.
I really don't know.
I feel like at this point in the world, nothing has topped that Mariah Carey Christmas album. I feel like that's the greatest, probably one that should be one on like on the Rolling Stone like top 100, that Christmas album.
I saw like some type of behind the scenes thing of that album, like they were saying how all those songs are expertly crafted to also sound familiar and fresh at the same time.
Perfect.
Because she's hitting like all these memorable notes from songs of the past, but then making them fresh. I don't know what year that album came out. It's probably actually a long time it's probably like over 20 years ago at this point, right?
I mean, really, like that needle.
But it's still current.
That needle has probably been worn thin on that album. Like that's like probably that should be in the one of the greatest albums of all time is Mariah Carey Christmas.
Mariah Carey probably loves Christmas because every year she's like, I got a couple more million in my pocket.
Yeah.
Like every freaking year.
People are covering the hell out of each one of those songs.
I wonder how much she gets.
I think that song is a Mariah Carey song. I
don't know if she wrote it though. I don't think she's going to get credit for writing it though. She doesn't get that payment. But didn't she have a mess up last year at the New Year's?
Who cares? It doesn't matter.
Something happened. But
are we looking at Mariah Carey as like a what are we looking for in her live performance? You know what I mean?
I don't know, but it like
she could just stand there.
It came across like really bad though. Like I know that people lip sync during that stuff.
I don't think it was as bad because no one really remembers right now.
I remembered.
Okay, what happened?
Something happened with her lip syncing.
Exactly.
It was like. But she like totally was, and also she was just like, I'm done. Like it was like her song is still playing, and she was just like, F this.
Yeah,
like,
see,
something like that.
It's not. We all know. The world knows that Mariah Carey can sing. She can. Not only can she sing, but her level of singing is beyond majority of like normal human beings.
Yeah,
it's like she doesn't have to prove anything. You know what I mean? It's like she has backing vocals, but it's just like all right. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Like
I know, but if you're presenting yourself on, live TV,
no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I actually think it doesn't really matter at all for that.
I'm not saying that she can never lip sync. I know that like those live performances are, hard to get like that. But it's just the fact that like I guess she wasn't queued up and didn't really know what she was doing and didn't know. Like I don't know if anyone told her what was going on. It just seemed like she was like. I was like, did you guys even like run through what you guys were planning? It just seemed very unplanned.
But see, that was one of the best parts,
unprofessional.
Though. One of the best parts was like she's like, well, screw it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like it was kind of unprofessional, and also I remember the next day everyone was freaking out. Like it was headlines. They were like, was that last year? I don't remember. Like the first of the year, it's like the first news story is like Mariah Carey like performance at New Year's was like people were like she's so crazy. So I don't know what's happening. But I know, like, for her Christmas, how much do you think she makes every Christmas? You think she makes, like, at least $1 million?
She has to have made at least a couple million.
No, but, like, every year after year. She just makes $1 million each Christmas, guaranteed.
Probably.
She's just like, well, speaking of millions, have you heard about the Virginia lottery is doing like a millionaire thing for New Year's, actually?
No.
Okay, because I, for some reason, have been thinking about, I've known about it for maybe like a week. I haven't bought a ticket yet. It's called Virginia New Year's Millionaire Raffle. And I'm kind of like, part of me is like, I would like to start the year off as a millionaire. In terms of, like, I've never bought a lottery ticket on my own ever before. Like, I've never even bought a scratch off.
Okay.
I've been given a scratch off for Christmas before, but I have never bought a lottery ticket ever. I've never gambled in terms of, like, these types of things from Virginia Lottery.
Yeah.
But they're doing this thing where, like, I'm like, the odds are crazy, but I'm like, I could be the winner. Like, I'm doing, like, that crazy person thing where, like, you think you're gonna win.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, so here's the odds. I guess the whole deal is that, how many tickets are there? I need to get the numbers right. Okay, so there's 375,000 tickets available. Mm-hmm. That's how many tickets they're selling. Now, there's only roughly 32,000 tickets left. Last time I checked, it was like 150,000 tickets left. So that means they're selling tickets, right? And they're selling the tickets up until the end of the year or whenever they sell out first. And it looks like they're going to sell out first. Okay, so here are the odds. 3 people in the state of Virginia are going to become a millionaire on January 1st.
How much?
3 people.
No, how much millions?
They're all gonna be one million.
Okay.
Yeah. So the odds are 1 in 125,000 to be a millionaire.
Okay. Or you're trying to go for this?
I don't know, because so you know how there's like 375,000 tickets.
Yeah.
So if you break it down in thirds, it's 125. Mm-hmm. So then, like, it's funny.
Just go for it. It's 50-50 either way.
Well, it's funny because it's not 50-50.
No,
it's 1 in 125.
No, if you think of those technical odds, but at the end of the day, it's like you win or you lose. You know what I mean?
Well, the other funny thing is that they're like, somebody was like, well, you know, they're advertising it as like 1 in 125,000, which makes it sound good. But he's like, but the real thing is it's actually 3 out of 375,000.
I still think no matter what those odds are, like any type of odds, it's still win or lose. I feel like no matter what, like the people, like in reality, it's still win or lose. You either won or you lose.
Well, they also have other prizes. For example, they have 5 $100,000 winners. So the odds in that is 1 in 75,000.
Okay.
And then they also have $500 winners. And that's 1 in 750 people.
Well, what's it going to come down to? Are you going to try to... Are you trying for this? You'll roll the dice?
Okay, so
I remember before you were like, man, I should have totally bet on that Mayweather fight against McGregor. I would have made billions.
I probably would have.
Is this the revenge now? Is this the 2017 revenge?
It's not that fight, but basically the ticket is $20.
Okay.
And all of it goes to Virginia schools, so that's good, you know, supposedly.
Yeah, all of Virginia schools.
But then so this is the way I think about it. First of all, I'm not a gambling type, and the times that I have been in Vegas or Atlantic City, if I lose $20, I'm like, I'm out. Like, seriously, I'm like cashing out.
Yeah.
Or if I win, like there's several times where I've won, not major, but like I'll win like, I don't know how much I won at the most, but it wasn't anything even under $100. But you know, even if I get like, I won $65, I'm like, cash out. Like I'm out. Give me my $65. You know,
you don't want to risk. You don't want to risk it. You know?
I'm not really. I'm okay with losing $20. Honestly, I'm like, in all aspect of life, I'm sure somebody would love $20, but in all aspect of life, I guess I'm lucky to be in a position where I'm like, I could lose $20 and like be okay with it.
Yeah.
You know, and
that's enough.
Yeah, that's actually my tipping point. That is where I'm like, okay, that's like a nice meal. I'm like, I don't want to lose anything more than or not even a nice meal. At this point, it's like a mediocre meal.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, okay, I don't want to lose anything more than that. And so, you know, you total all those prizes. So it says total prizes 508, right? Mm-hmm. So 508 people are going to win. So that's 1 in 738.
See, you're listing all these statistics and all these what's it called? All the odds, right?
Yeah.
But what is all these odds going to lead you to? It's still going to be I'm going to try for it or I'm not, and I'm going to win or I'm not going to win.
Well, the whole thing is like, okay,
it's not like if you knew the odds that it would help you.
No, but I feel like the odds are, I guess, stacked against you to like the odds are that you're going to lose.
If you didn't know the odds.
But see, I'm like in this crazy mood when I keep thinking about this. This is like the third time I've like seriously thought about
it. There could be a chance.
I'm like, okay, think about this though. Think about like, okay, $20.
Yeah.
You could easily just be like, whatever, I won't eat today.
Yeah.
You know? And then I'll just starve myself.
Yeah, or have one meal. I mean, like, $20
or like I'll eat a snack. I'll scavenge up a snack somewhere. And it's like, it's funny because I'm like, I could do that. I could, skip a meal or what. And then like, I know that's not healthy, but whatever. That's my way of thinking about it. And then I'm like, yo, what? My whole thing in my mind though is like, what if? Like, I'm like, if that happens, like, what if that you just like see your number there and you just like start like shaking your body? You're just like, oh, but then then like the downside of it is like I'll talk myself out of it. I'll be like, even if you win the $1 million prize, I'm like, you'll probably pay like half of it in taxes.
See, you're already wasting time talking yourself out of something of a single ticket. You know what I mean? Just because you knew all these odds. If those odds really didn't matter as much. You would have just, if you didn't know the odds and also, you just did it, you still would have either won or you would have lost.
I would even be happy if I won one of the $500 prizes. I'd be like, cool, I won $500.
Oh, it's a $500 prize?
Yeah, that's what I said. There's $500 prizes.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, hopefully you win something. I don't know.
But even if you win that, you're like, hey, that paid for my $20 ticket.
Yeah.
And so in that sense, there's that. And then also I do consider myself to be a lucky person, honestly. Like there's several, I guess, concerts and stuff that I've won and other things. Not anything astronomical in terms of like, again, in terms of like the aspect of life, but I feel like
the aspect of life.
That's what I mean. Like in all aspect of life, it's like, cool. I won tickets to like see Harry Connick Jr. That was fun. I won tickets to see Kiss. So
like, you're trying to see if you can roll the big dice on this one.
Yeah, because like what? Okay, but here's the thing.
Why don't you just do it? Why even think about it? Just go for it.
Because for me, it's like, oh my god, I'm going to lose $20.
Yeah,
but then there's so much more to gain. That's the thing. That's how they get you.
I spent more than $20 today. It's okay.
But that's how they get you. You see what I mean?
Who's they?
The lottery. They're like, you can do it. Like they make you have this thing that's like, you can do it. What if you are that one person that wins?
Yeah,
like,
you could be that one person that wins.
That would be so crazy.
But it's almost like you just have to like, set it and forget it.
That's right. I might end up getting a ticket and hopefully I'll win something. Like you never know. Man, that would be so great. Like I keep envisioning like in my mind, I'm like, what would I do with that cool $1 million?
Well, there's always that plan you split it in half.
Yes.
Because in half of that will go to taxes or whatever.
I mean, yeah, it's like play it safe, so you're really only getting $500,000.
It'd be so great if you knew where those your tax dollars were going, though.
Yeah, what if you can point it to like certain things? Like I'll be like, you gotta fix this road in particular.
Yeah, exactly. I'll totally be down for paying taxes if that was the way. If I'm like, okay, because then it's sort of like donating. You're like, oh, I want my tax dollars to go to this. Why is that so wrong? I don't understand why that's so wrong. So it seems okay for them just to, here's taxes. It pays for whatever. Pay your taxes. It just goes to anything we feel like it. Like what do taxes pay for? The roads and
schools.
And schools, but majority government officials,
fire department,
government officials, and all this stuff. It's like, well, why can't I choose where it goes to? That's just not how it is. Why not? I don't know. I'm just following orders. Well, shut the fuck up and sit down, and then let me know where this money's going. Let me tell you where to put my tax dollars.
Follow the money. Yeah,
and then follow my money going to where I want to be. I'll be happy paying taxes that way because every time I pay taxes, it feels like I'm being scammed.
Joe, what would you do if you had $500,000?
If I had $500,000?
Yes.
I would do nothing. If I had $500,000, I would not do anything with it for right now.
Just save it.
I would just take that time to just sit around and be like, and like just do things that I would normally do, but not worry.
That's what I would do too. Like it gives you like a little bit of that.
Fill up some gas, you know?
See, I would definitely not do the thing of like, I'm going on a crazy vacation. I'm going nuts and I'm going to buy a new house and like all this stuff. Like I really don't think I would go crazy about it. Like I would just save it like a squirrel. Like how I do with I'll save my $20. Like I'll just be like like I have $500,000 and then because honestly it's not gonna actually get you that far. I mean it is a lot of money, but in 2000
I will probably buy myself my own Christmas presents. I'll be like I'll buy a guitar and I'll buy maybe a camera that like I want. Something that'll be self-sufficient. You know what I mean? Then after that I don't know really what else. I'll just let it not let it ride, but you just let that thing settle. You let it multiply somehow. But
also my dream too would be to like have some type of really cool studio that would also be like a photo studio and an art studio and maybe
there's
like
$35,000 right there.
Little gallery. Because then
first you start a company so you can turn all that into a write-off.
Yeah, and then also people can rent out the studio. Maybe it can even be like a big open space that you can convert for like, weddings or something. I don't know. I'm just saying that it could be a creative space that could be used for many things. And I think that would be, obviously you're embarking on something that, I'm not an expert on, but I feel like that could be something really cool that I've had a dream of doing. But then you're also adding more work to yourself to be like, and here's more work for you to do.
I am actually interested to see people come out of the woodwork if they knew that like I won the lottery or something like that.
Oh, they will.
They'll be like, oh, hey, we should hang out. I got some ideas for you too. We should do that lunch that we always been talking about. All of a sudden, all these people that don't show up to any of my own events, all of a sudden they're showing up everywhere.
Or like,
oh yeah, you're showing up now.
cousins that you never really knew.
Yeah,
everybody.
Just everybody. They want to be my pal again.
See, that's got to be annoying, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut that down real fast, and then they're gonna be like, well, you're out of the family. You never cared about that anyway. I was like, motherfucker, get away from me.
Because also,
you know the truth.
What do they expect from that too? It's like somebody that you hadn't really talked to in a while. Like, are you really gonna give them like a couple thou?
I'm not gonna give anybody anything.
No,
I'm not gonna give anyone any part of the money that I won off of the lottery. Why? Why would I do that?
I don't even know why someone would expect it.
It's like, oh yeah, you owe me this. No, I don't owe anyone anything actually, except the government.
Yeah.
It's like I don't owe these people who come out of the woodwork a piece of me, and now they're my friend. I know who exactly is my friend. I know those people.
Yeah.
It's so easy to tell now in this day and age.
Yep. I mean, it's funny too because I think the lottery does even like announce your name if you won, and they usually have like your picture too.
Yeah,
it's like this is what
check.
They look like.
Yeah, a giant check, and they put a big target on your face.
I know. I should actually like memorize like the people who did win. So if I see them like out and about at a grocery store or something, I'm like, oh, you're the winner.
Well, when I shot that, when I was part of the filming of the DC lottery commercial, that was one of the pieces where the previous winners were part of the commercials. So I met these people who won the lottery.
They are people that look pretty ordinary, right? Because
what else would they be?
I know, but they look like they just walked out of Golden Corral. Like
not all of them.
The ones that I've seen, I'm like, oh, you look like you just ate at Golden Corral.
Oh, this was just normal civilians won these things.
I just lost my headset
because it was so Golden Corral's so funny.
It was so funny. I threw my head back, but yeah, now it's back. I think there's like so many good Golden Corral jokes you can make. It makes me laugh. Maybe I'm easy like that.
Easy like the sun in the morning.
I kind of want to go back to Golden Corral.
Yeah.
But I do, but I don't.
Not to eat the food.
Just to observe the human race.
So maybe during Christmas time, someone will get you a scratch off, and you win off of that. That'll be interesting too.
Yeah, what if I get this, like, but you don't
Some
really
people-
win
some
that
peop-
much on it,
some
don't
people
you?
do that.
You
They'll-
win like 50, right? At the most.
It doesn't tell you 10,000. You can win a whole bunch
You
of
can win
money.
10,000 on the scratch off?
You can win millions off of that.
A millions off of the scratch off?
Yeah.
Like a $5 scratch off or a $1 scratch off?
I don't know. Scratch offs. Also, I've sometimes for presents, I've seen or heard people, or I've been part of, like, people would buy like a lottery ticket. Like they would just put, I don't know, $5 each and just push random on it.
Yeah.
Like the random number. Like you could win that too.
Oh man, I'm gonna get into gambling.
You should do that. Maybe.
Gambling's like the worst thing you could get into. Honestly,
maybe you should do that real quick and just like go to wherever you get the lottery tickets and just push like, I only got 5 tickets that are just random numbers, because you never know. You never know. You could win. Ching ching ching.
The cat with his fortune arm going.
That's could happen.
Wouldn't that be so great? Seriously, I feel like a cloud will lift off my shoulders, and I like.
A cloud would lift off your lift off your shoulders.
Like, like the weight on your shoulders, and like the cloud would just go away.
Yeah, well,
like a bright sky, and you're just like, I'm still gonna do all the work I'm gonna do, but then
they're singing "Deck the Halls."
Oh, I think you have the Christmas spirit in you.
No, I have that song stuck in my head.
No,
it's 2 different things.
Nope, you got the spirit.
I will disagree with you on that.
Are you a bah humbug?
Am I?
That's what I'm asking.
I don't know.
Well, if you don't have the spirit,
then what?
You're a dark
the spirit
soul.
I am the spirit. My city screams.
We saw that on Christmas.
I'm on my way. Yeah, we did. And I remember as soon as the movie was over, the people behind us were like, well, that was a waste of time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
They're like, well, that was a waste of a Christmas night.
That's kind of sad.
It is sad. But, they can have their own opinion.
I didn't think the movie was that bad.
That was the only time. That and like the end of Spider-Man 3 is where I heard people talking like that. Well, that was a waste of time. Well, that was a waste. Why did we watch that, Junior? Why did we watch that one at all? No, but I really did enjoy that. The Foo Fighters have been doing pretty well. I thought the Foo Fighters were gonna phase out after a while, like several years ago.
No way, they're like the only rock band left.
Yeah, they're like they're so. I mean, Green Day, but it's also like so sustaining too. Like they just keep on not. I wouldn't say reinventing, but just thinking of something interesting and continuously making music. I remember there was even a time where there was a rumor that Dave Grohl was gonna leave the band.
He was,
and then they like even did a whole video vignette about like teasing the idea of him leaving, but he's not leaving.
Hashtag leaving, not leaving.
Leaving, not leaving. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do.
I don't know why that little thing made me laugh. It's the little thing.
Hashtag leaving, not leaving.
I'm going to start that.
Yeah.
It's probably already done. Sometimes I'll misspell something on a hashtag and it's like already there. And I'm like, okay. I'm like for example, what did I write the other day? But it was like something that was totally misspelled and then like it was already a hashtag. And I was like, man, there's a hashtag for everything. I can't even be original.
Even the misspellings have hashtags.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't even be original now.
Christmas Eve is here. I don't know what people do on a Christmas Eve. Actually, they just get together with their family and friends, or
go to church.
Wait to go to church. It's like Christmas Eve actually might be the worst because everyone's just waiting.
I don't think so. It's like not the worst. I think it builds anticipation.
I guess that's true. It does build anticipation.
Because you get like, don't you see? This is why you have a dark soul. Don't you ever get like butterflies in your stomach?
This is why you have a dark soul, Joe. That's the only reason why.
Seriously, don't you like it builds anticipation and like you get that butterflies in your stomach, or like this is the one day of the year where it's like you feel like anxious about like, oh my God, tomorrow something's happening. Like you don't feel that?
Nope.
What's wrong with you? Did you ever feel it like when you were a child or anything?
Probably. But I guess now other principles are at play on Christmas Eves, because when you grow up, people try to ruin the magic, and those people are idiots. They try to ruin the magic, so my magic became black magic and became a dark cloud of lightning that would strike down upon everything.
So the magic is ruined for you?
No, the magic isn't ruined, Christmas Eve is always fun. The holidays are always fun like that. You know, they are. And I mean, it's always just interesting to see. I always expect miracles to happen on Christmas Eve, but for miracles to happen, bad things need to happen. Darkness needs to roll in.
Yeah, they're like, we need to cure.
We need to have, maybe because like even like I was watching, you know, because the best Christmas episodes always have like some darkness. Like I'd watch ER or like the X-Files episode where they get stuck in the house, stuff like that. There's always you need to have that. You need to have all that stuff. That's just how it rolls.
Well, I hope you find the spirit. I really do.
Well, hopefully the spirit finds me, man. Maybe the past, future, and the present.
I hope all the ghosts come to visit you.
I get visited tonight. By those Jacob Marley.
In his chains.
Yeah, that'd be freaking creepy as hell. I would totally direct.
At the foot of your bed, there's a ghost of chains.
I would totally direct a Christmas Story, but like it was like a horror version of it. But like but it's like really scary. But like it still has very light. You know, like the scary points are actually scary.
Yeah.
I'll be all for that.
Why don't you write it?
I should write it. Or I'll just direct it.
Revise it.
I'll direct it. It's just the same thing, but it's just directed. Directed like tonal wise.
Well, there you go.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Another episode of the Carolyn and Joe Show.
Podcember number 24. Christmas Eve edition. Wow. Wow. That's how we do it. This show is brought to you by Astray Productions. Check them out at astrayproductions.com. Check out my work, Joe Carabeo, at joecarabeo.com. Goastray.tumblr.com. Go buy the song Run. MondayMistress.com. Go download the whole entire album. Can't forget that. Also, search me out on the social medias. Before it's too late, we have to pay extra money to do anything online. You can find me at Joe Carabeo _photography and at Astray J. What do you got, Carolyn?
Yeah. Hey, guys. I have a website. You can check it out at www.carolynbelefski.com. And there you will find a lot of cool designs, illustrations, comics, you know, that type of fun stuff. And I even have a store if you're interested in getting some cool merch. I'm also on the socials. You can see me and tweet me on Instagram and Twitter. My hashtag, or actually my handle, not my hashtag, is at Carolyn Belefski. Hashtag, what was the new hashtag? Leaving, not leaving.
Leaving, not leaving.
Hashtag leaving, not leaving.
That's what we're doing. We're leaving, but we're not leaving.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Check out this show, of course, on CarolynJoeShow.com, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, wherever you find your podcast, because we will find you before we do that. But also, my name is Joe.
And I'm Carolyn.
Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. Be excellent to each other.
You're bona fide.
And we'll see you on Christmas Day. Christmas Day!